We can hear the sound. One person has died after a four-storey temple collapsed in the Verulam area north of Durban. Another two people are known to be trapped under the rubble, but their status is unclear. Preliminary reports indicate that the temple was fully functional and that another structure was being constructed on top of it. Some of those who've been rescued have been taken to hospital for treatment, and work continues underway there to free those who are believed to be trapped. All right, and for more on this, let's now take you live to SABC News reporter Simphiwe Makanya, who's on the scene for us this evening. And Simphiwe, maybe let's start off here. Earlier, we saw conflicting reports in terms of the death toll. What do we know so far?
Well, Mbali, what we do know so far is that one person has been confirmed to have lost their life here at this particular site where we are. In fact, there have been a number of injuries, although we can't confirm the exact number. But when we arrived here around midday, we saw two survivors being rescued from the building. They've since been taken to hospital. But prior to our arrival, we were made aware of another 5 individuals who were rescued immediately after the building collapsed, and they were also taken to hospital. Of course, their injuries vary in terms of the severity of them, but what we can confirm now is that one person has been confirmed to have died from this particular tragic incident. We had a word earlier on, Mbali, with the representatives from IPSS who are working at this particular location here, trying to rescue those who are trapped, and they did indicate to us that when they arrived here, they were able to speak to another person who was trapped underneath the rubble, but unfortunately that communication has now been cut off. It's not clear as to whether they are still conscious. As you can imagine, it's been a very hot day here in the area of Verulam, as of course those rescue efforts continue. But allow me now, Mbali, to engage with the ward councillor of this particular location, Mr. Mdleje. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. When you arrived here, I saw you walking up the hill to observe what was happening. What can you share with us in terms of what you have been able to see?
No, thanks, Simphiwe, and greetings to the viewers at home. When I just arrived here, I went to check and to inspect the scene, and I spoke to one of the team lead of the rescue team, Mr. Martin, who all gave me the details of what happened. Apparently, at about 7 that have been rescued, and then it's alleged that about 3 or 4 who are still stuck underneath. And one is confirmed that. So the other 3, they are not responding as they were responding earlier. We will not sure whether they are still alive or what. So at the moment they're trying to get the way in, because the whole thing is just on top of them. So that's what they're busy trying to do at the moment.
What do you know about this particular temple, Mr. Mdleje? Of course, it's an isolated structure. If you look around the area here, there are no houses around.
Yeah, the temple has been here for some quite time. It's been operating. When we tried this before, I think years back, to find out what is happening, and they were told that it's the temple, of which we were okay, because we need the churches around us, But I think from last year we started to see some movement of buildings that are taking place. But we thought maybe the church they extending it or they're renovating. Then today we're just hearing this sad news that is the temple collapse.
What about the condition? I'm sure you are quite familiar with the building. What was the condition of the structure?
The new structure had never been here since they started to build the new structure, but the old one, it looks strong, because you can see there's a big stones that have been used to build this temple. But the new building, I never got a chance to come and have a look. But I know that they were adding another 4 floors on top of the old structure.
So Mdletshe, we appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
There is Councillor Fakazi Mdletshe, who is a ward councillor of this particular area, Mbali, giving us a sense of what he knows about the structure. Of course, a short while ago, we saw the arrival of additional equipment. I'm going to step out of the shot as we try, of course, and give our viewers a sense of what is currently happening. Now, you see those rescue teams right at the top, still, of course, trying to remove the rubble. We saw the arrival as well of an excavator to try and remove the massive rubble that has fallen on top of these individuals who are trapped underneath the rubble, Mbali. What we can confirm at the moment is that rescue teams are continuing with their efforts, and of course a short while ago we also got a statement from the Minister of Public Works and Infrastructure, Mr. Dean McPherson, to say he will be bringing a team of experts to come and monitor this particular situation here tomorrow around 1 o'clock. We are expecting that delegation to come and perhaps try and piece together information as to what may have led to this particular unfortunate incident in Bali.
All right, Simpiwe, thank you so much for that update. That's SABC News reporter in KwaZulu-Natal there, Simpiwe Makhanya, just giving us the latest update when it comes to that temple collapse. And as you heard there from that community leader saying that at least they understand around 3 or 4 people may be still trapped underneath that rubble. And of course, we now know that 7 people overall have been rescued from that building, and 1 person so far has died. Let's take you back now to some visuals that will show you when it comes to how this temple looked like before this construction was then started. And as you can see there on your screens is that those images being captured by independent media's online Shelley Coinstadt, and this was the layout of the temple before the work began. And as you heard from the guest there a bit earlier on, saying that initially it was just a 1-floor building, but they were adding more floors to that building. And as you can see, then that is the foundation of that new temple that was being built there in Verulam. And also understand, as you can see, those visual work was underway at that temple, the temple site there being at the Redcliffe in Verulam, and also looking at the initial pictures there of what that temple looked like. And this is the exterior of the new Verulam Temple of Protection, and has been built to resemble somewhat like of a cave. So this is now inside the temple, and is also known as the Temple of Protection at the River Ranch in Verulam. All right, let's now look at some of the facts when it comes to this temple. And of course, it is located in Verulam, and as you saw there in some of those visuals, it resembled a cave-style sort of Hindu temple. And it was also then available to faiths of all, and also open to various members of the public. As you can see, some of the slides there that we are showing for you tonight. And also it was dedicated to a lord from the Hindu religion, resembling half man, half lion, the avatar of Vishnu. We also know that it was at least 2.7 meters tall, and rests, of course, in an ancestral or celestial serpent of the Ananta. And like we said, the temple was open to members of the public. It's at least seen over 18,000 visitors who have come there over the years to come and visit that sacred place, and also is recognized as a landmark, a cultural landmark in KwaZulu-Natal. It also has various facilities and features, also partially off-grid, using solar energy powers to light up that particular temple. Also has a larger prayer section and outdoor spaces. We'll continue then to give you the latest updates, and we'll go back to Simpiwe Makhanya there in Verulam for us tonight in KZN.